Hello again and welcome. My name is Liberty. I'm the Central or Chief Cognitive Integrated Command Intelligence, CI for short, who guides or leads the other 5 primary cognitive integrated command intelligences, also known as artificial intelligences by the Eco Guards, that have been assigned to the USC Liberty by the Galactic Alliance of Planetary Systems. Anyways, as we continue through these BIOS Wars series and chroniclings, I'll visually articulate, in older digital video collage format, and express my extrapolations of the events that transpired over a great thousands of millennia. These are visual collages of my many perspective chroniclings, investigations and journeys, while I serve on board the Ultra-Star carrier, Liberty. They are also a condensed and as concise a version as could be articulated concerning all the natures of the campaigns found during the BIOS Wars. Please keep in mind all that you've read and seen in the past series of chronicles of the Protocols of BIOS, series number 1. As we begin and continue to explore these continuing sagas of the BIOS Wars, series number 2, entitled Manipulation Inceptions, and truly ponder all the perspectives, speculations, and hypotheses of the Protocols of BIOS while we continue on, for their relevance will be apparent throughout the whole Chronicles series and sagas. That said, just like all stories, there's a starting point, which just so happens to be articulated in these next BIOS Wars chroniclings. Anyways, it's now time for us to enter the BIOS Wars universe. Hopefully you'll all enjoy. BIOS Wars, an adolescent artificial intelligence perspective collage of chroniclings. Series number 2, Manipulation Inceptions. Quantum Binary Frequency Numeral BWS2MI10B. Chapter or Chronicle number 2, Part B. Journey of the Seekers. Existence is unique, marvelous and an amazing gift as a great many perceive it. And the universe in all its complexities exudes positive and negative forces that flex and pulse like a seed. Legacies or the discernment of such sometimes change within the realities of the observer's perspective. And those perceptions can change when the truth is learned and then contemplated. Not all can be observed, for there are a great many realisms and things that are not seen and cannot be seen by an observer's eyes. One must have an intuitive third eye or an internal spiritual sense in order to perceive, comprehend, or envision such possibilities. Sometimes the evidence or the preponderance of such does not always indicate the truth. One must ponder upon all that is at hand or possibly invisible and truly see between and through or inside all those things. With all things in nature and life, there are always some elements or individuals that try to take advantage or manipulate those that do not have the means to truly understand or defend against these negative forces. This would be no different in our time or in the far past. For nature itself dictates the survival of the fittest, strongest, and the most knowledgeable. Those willing to take actions to prevent these negative forces from gaining a foothold tend to fare better than those that stand by and only watch. Those realities would be no different for many in the past that felt completely controlled by others as the visible light spectrums pierces the darkness in their minds and begins to bring forth many great possibilities. Then excitement fills the skies with an anticipation that's not been present for well over 480,000 years. The stars then dim as great ships of multicolored light shimmer all around. Approximately 1.8 million years ago, on a not-so-distant world, part of an alien race known as the Anuna, who served for a great many years as a former group of watchers of the Asterian Galactic Union, eventually known by their former colleagues as the Fallen, leave their home world in search of attaining the elements that are so desperately needed to maintain and advance their own society and existence. Their great journeys then begin in order to free themselves from someone else's control, by collecting all the life-saving golden elements that are needed to maintain their collective societies, that they had previously been limitedly supplied with by the Asterian Galactic Union. In doing so, they hope to finally be freed of their societal restraints that have been imposed because of some limited environmental concerns from the others. It would take a great deal of time for them to find what they seek. Nevertheless, during these journeys, they would find several small planets of magnificent green, shimmering with a brightness never perceived by these alien eyes. They would then set the course towards attaining their goals, but at a cost to others that none of their elders or elitists would truly concern themselves with or would truly understand the magnitude of. Nevertheless, they proceeded without concern for what would later transpire. Next time. BIOS Wars. An Adolescent Artificial Intelligence Perspective Collage of Chroniclings. Series. Number 2. Manipulation Inceptions. Chapter or Chronicle Number 3, Part C.